Welcome back to Living with a Classic, another episode of Daily Driving a Classic Weekly. It's a beautiful and gorgeous day out here. The sun is shining and everything is still very frozen and nice, even though I have to say I'm starting to get a little bit sick of the cold, and I'm just looking forward to some springtime now and actually some real warmth. I'm just on my way back from the post office. I picked up a cool little thing here that we're gonna have a look at. I'll get the box out in a bit. That we'll have a look at something I got for the car, or I think it will use for this car, but we'll see. And then I thought that since the Range Rover now is on the road and not taking up the space where I can pull this car in, we're gonna have a look at the rear door here and see why I can't open it. I think it's just a rod or something that's fallen off for the lock, because I think it is basically permanently locked. So even when I hit the little button or the flap to unlock the rear door, it doesn't unlock. Because when I push the button, it feels exactly the same way as it feels when it's locked. Alright, I just met a tractor that was a little bit confused. I was going this way around my house, so I'm just gonna pull around here in the snow, cleared some of it so I can drive around, pull into the barn up here. We'll have a look what's in the box, and then we will also have a look at that rear door. Alright, a little bit of sideways action there in the snow. I'm just gonna go out and open up these doors. All right, let's just pull into the barn here. Okay. Turn off the car. Remove these now. It's very bright outside. And here's the big box. So I'm gonna grab my keys, see if I can open it up. And I bought it on the Swedish version of eBay. It's called Tradera, which I think it's owned by the eBay company, but for some reason we don't have eBay here in Sweden. Let's see if I can get this open. And oh, someone's filled it with a bunch of recycled paper as packing material. That's pretty clever. Let's move all that to the side. All right, they've really packed it in here. And got any guesses what you think it is? And it's a radio. And yes, it's not actually purely correct for this car, but I will tell you why I got it. First of all, I absolutely love these style of Blaupunkt radios. My favorite one is I believe it's called the Montreal, because they're all named after cities. This is the London, the Montreal. I have that one in my previous XJ6, and I know it's an 80s radio. Those are really expensive at the moment because they're fitted, I think it's Porsche 911s originally, and some Ferrari or something, so they go for crazy prices. I was bidding on one, but it's just too much. I got this one for, I'll double check, but I think nothing. I think $10 with shipment or $15 with shipment. I have a video of it turning on, and the radio part seems to work, so the lights seem to work. He said that the tape was just playing at a little bit uneven speeds. Hopefully that would just be a belt service. I have a bunch of belts. And well, I'll just let you guys know why I picked this one. Of course, it's because I really like the look of it, and I do have a more modern radio in the car that some previous owner fitted. It's one of those Bluetooth units, plastic ones. I'll show you in a minute. I'm not a big fan of it, but however, whoever fitted made a big hole, so it only fits one of these big radios, because originally it's, you know, a hole with two knobs out and a dash. I'll show you all that in a little bit. So that's why I had to pick a more modern radio, which is completely round like this, and I hope that this one's going to be fine. If not, I did find a cosmetically really nice looking one, which I think the ad ends in like a week or so. Same model, which seems to be working as it should, because this one has like a little bit of wear right there. But I think that a lot of that can be fixed with one of those magic erasers or magic sponges, or honestly, it's not really that big of a deal. It will fit, you know, the rest of the patina of the car. So I will show you guys what it looks like today in the car. Yeah, that clock is just, it's very loud when it's cold. So You see, it's been cut out kind of crudely here. It doesn't look the greatest, so that's why I think with this and it has this around it, it will look pretty nice. It has one of these fitted with Bluetooth, and I don't know, I just don't really like it. I think it's really plasticky. It doesn't fit well. It's also broken in a place. One knob keeps falling off, and it does one of those things that a lot of cheap electronics does, that whenever you have to raise or lower the volume, it beeps, and I absolutely hate that. And also, I don't know, I'm just not a fan of it. I am more a fan of this. I want a nice radio that works. And honestly, my favorite format of music in a car is cassettes. I have a ton of them. You might know I have a pretty substantial music collection inside, mostly records, but a lot of cassettes, and I like to make my own mixtapes. I think it's a lot of fun. And also, we get really good radio stations around here, so I listen a lot to radio as well, so this will be perfect. And I think that if you have a look at that, that's going to look really nice in there. I won't fit it in this video. I'm going to go through it in another video. I'm also going to do something about, you see the speakers over there. Previous owner fitted those. I'm not a fan of them either. I do have a set of original speaker grills, but I'm not sure how much they damaged those door cards, so I might need to recover the door cards to get the standard ones in there and put, you know, modern speakers but inside the standard grills. But I think step one would just be remove this and put this one in. But that will be in a, if you guys want to, that can be in a future video. Let me know if you want to see me take this thing apart, see if I can get it working, and installing, if you want to see that in the video. I prepared a few things. I removed my daughter's kid seat back here, also to have a chance to clean underneath here. You know what it is. No, stuff just falls down here, even though I do have some protection on there. Still happens. Gonna clean that up. Then I removed the 2 screws to hold the seat base in place. There's one there, one exact same place on the other side. So the idea is to remove the seat base, then I can hopefully get to everything on that door card to be able to pull that off with the door closed and hopefully get everything out. So if you can see over here, yeah, it's in the locked position, but it just doesn't really want to spring into the unlocked position, so nothing happens when I pull there. So I think one of the rods have fallen out of place or gotten stuck or something like that. So let's see if we can pull the seat bottom out. There we go. Now we have some access to the door card, which has been modified a little bit with a screw there, which I think I'll just be able to get out that screw over there, and then there's some screws on over there. I'll loosen all of that and let's see if we can get the door card off. I removed the door handle. It was just 2 screws down here, lifted it up. Remember, I had all of this apart not that long ago when I did all the rust proofing, so at least it's come up pretty easily. Usually I would put, you know, a finger underneath this from the back and pull it out, but not going to be able to do that. So I don't know, I'm going to try and do it while filming, but we'll see how this goes. Might have to put down the camera, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to put down the camera, try and get this off somehow without damaging too much of it. There we go, it's all off. I used 2 hands in here to jank it sort of up and above this edge. Then I was able to get it off without breaking any of the clips. I feel kind of proud, actually. So here everything looks pretty normal. So here everything looks pretty normal. That moves as it should, but as you can see, that does not. So let's open up in here. Let's have a look at what moves in there when I do that. So that's what's stuck. Once again, I think this is a 2-hand job. I'm gonna try and move that so it unlatches, then see if I can open it up. A couple minutes later, and there we go. I got it to open. close this as well. I'm not going to close it fully now, but the issue seems to be basically in here. That pin needs to be lubricated a little bit more. I did lubricate some stuff in here when I got everything apart, but I have a feeling that, I mean, I sprayed a crazy amount of wax in here, and this was the first door I did, so maybe I went a little bit overboard, and I think some of it up top here just melted down here, and then when it's gotten cold, it didn't move anymore. When it was warm outside, it wasn't a problem, but now when it's cold, this has made this really stiff, so I'm going to clean off some of this wax from here, and then we'll lubricate it properly. I'm going to adjust the rod a little bit so it pulls up and back a little bit, and then hopefully everything should be working again. As you can see, everything is moving nicely back and forth now. The other part of the linkage down here that you're seeing is the central locking, which does not work on this car. Something I'm going to sort out when it's spring outside and I can put other cars out on the road. I'm going to sort it out. It wasn't working in my XJ12 when I got it. I fixed all of it by just cleaning things and going through the wiring. So that's something I do want to fix on this car, but not at this moment when it's super cold. I'm just happy to get this working. So after I cleaned the mechanism here with some acetone, I sprayed everything out with some WD-40 just to get it moving at first. It's not a great lubricant, WD-40, but it's good at getting stuff moving at first. And then I have used a screwdriver and just pushed in a little bit of grease all around here, and now it is like butter. Everything is moving really, really nicely. And I did tighten these up a little bit here. It's funny, I don't remember seeing these on the inside of my XJ12, so maybe this is something on the earlier car. These adjustments over here, I've seen more of the rods that you turn on the later cars, but it worked pretty well. You just pinch them and adjust them. So then that, and they seem to be staying in place. So now everything is doing exactly what it should be doing. So I'll put all this back together, and then that is one more thing that's actually working again on this car. I thought I'd just demonstrate the outside here as well. So that works as it should. Open and close, and I'm gonna lock it here on the inside. Yep, it's locked. And unlock it again, and yep, everything is working perfectly. Put the door car back on and the rear seat and everything, and then I'm ready to go inside. It's still really, really cold outside, but yeah, one more thing that is fixed and working on the car. All right, it's all back together now. Door car is back on. Everything snapped into place. Didn't break anything. So that's really good. This could have been quite a pain if I wasn't able to get the door card off as easily. And also, it was quite difficult to get that lock to start moving at first. I barely got it to unlock, and I pushed it up. And then when I had it open, I was able to exercise it more. But yeah, the seat is in place. Let me just get in here. I just realized this is probably one of the first times I'm sitting back here. I've never sat back here. I mean, I've been in the passenger seat, but never back here at all. It's not a bad place to be. I do still have plenty of headroom. It's nice in that way. However, the seats are not as comfortable as they are in the XJ12 for some reason. I'm not sure if it's that the foam is gone, but just, I don't know, they feel quite different, the early seats compared to the later seats. And like I've said in different videos, I am going to do something about interior. I just haven't really made up my mind yet. I think I would like to swap it out. I would, of course, keep this original interior, and it would go with the car if I ever sold it, or if I ever want to completely restore the car. I do have the original interior, but I think I want to fit a later interior if I can, just to get a little bit more comfortable seats. The later Series 2 seats, in my opinion, and the later, even the Series 3 seats are more comfortable. Also, if I do fit a Series 3 back seat, I do get headrests, which I think is a nice thing to have for passengers in the back. I mean, this is a car that I really do daily drive, so it doesn't have to be perfectly original as long as you keep the original interior. Also, it would be quite a big job to fix things. I mean, you've seen some of the cracks up front, but back here, you got all these cracking here as well, which, I mean, everything can be fixed, of course, but it would be a lot of work. But let's focus on the positive things. We do have a functioning door now. Let's see if I can close it. Yep, functioning door. All of that is working really well. So And we do have a new radio I'm going to fit. So like I said before, let me know in the comments down below if you want to see me tear that thing apart, hopefully get it working and fit it to the car. So let me know if that's something you want to see on the channel here. Anyways, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. It really does help out a lot. And make sure you hit that bell notification, then you get a notification every single time I upload, which is the new upload schedule right now, which is Wednesdays and Saturdays. So Wednesdays is normal videos, working on, the projects up in the other cars mostly. And every Saturday you get an episode of Daily Driving a Classic Weekly. So until next time, I'm Adam, and this was Living with a Classic. I'll see you soon.